ठीक है. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Attention, please. Yeah. Shall we start? We are taking a very brief and concise class on instruments and implants, specifically important things only for examination purpose, right? Right? Okay. Let's start with the implants first. There are only a few instruments, which probably यहाँ पे रखने का purpose ये है कि आपको identification आनी चाहिए. The theory you can read from books. We will not be focusing anything theoretical, right? Right? Please be with me. Okay. Let's start with the simplest things amongst implants. Okay. Doesn't stay. I'll hold it for you. Okay. This one. This is a. When we study any implant or instrument, there are certain points we need to tell about them during the exam. Number one is identification. I wish everybody writes it down. Identification, any principle, if applicable, and uses. 3 points. Identification, principle, and uses. So we'll be studying everything under these 3 headings. Right? So this is a K wire. K for Kirchner, Kirchner, Kirchner wire, right? Sharp from both sides, right? Principle, no principle. Use for temporary or definitive fixation of fractures. That's number one. Number two would be for skeletal traction in children. This is an old final batch, right? Yes. So I hope everybody must have gone through first 2-3 chapters of Maheshwari. Hopefully. Okay. So there's a chart given in differences between skin and skeletal traction. That would be the theoretical part. Every instrument initiates a viva and there are typical 2-3 questions you need to. I'll just tell you the questions and you can read it from the book, right? If we start discussing theory here, it won't be too lovely. Right? This is a K-wire. Use number one, everybody says is supracondylar fracture humerus in children. So there it is used for definitive fixation. Right? Just an example of definitive fixation. When I say temporary fixation, it means that suppose we are fixing some fracture with a plate or a nail and we need to hold the fractured ends temporarily to each other, then we can use it temporarily, right? So temporary or definitive fixation of fractures. And for skeletal traction in children, we'll be coming to skeletal traction in a while. Next, something similar to a K-wire but thicker in diameter, sharp at one end, everybody can see, right? And the other end is not sharp and it has a triangular cross section. Okay, if you could see. Okay, it has a triangular cross section, not circular. Can you read that? It's not circular, the end, right? The other end is sharp. So this is a Steinmann pin, Steinman, Steinmann pin. It is used for skeletal traction. Used for skeletal traction. Was he some of your batchmate or junior or what? Okay. I think you all scared him. Right? Yes. So Steinman pin, no principle, uses skeletal traction. Now for that you need to know what is a skin traction, what is a skeletal traction, and the differences between two 7-8 differences given in Maheshwari. Right? Just write it down so that you read it from here, the relevant thing. Now next thing is something similar to a Steinman pin, having sharp one end and similar triangular cross section other end, but this sharper end has got threads. So what do we call this? This is a Schanz pin. Schanz. Z or Z, whatever you like. Schanz. Schanz pin, also known as Schanz screw. This is not used for skeletal traction. This is a component of external fixators. It is used for external fixation of fractures. Now, when you say that, your Viva is going to go to open fractures, Gustilo-Anderson classification, management of open fractures. Maheshwari chapter 2 or 3. Right? We want to go into details of that. That is all theoretical, nothing new I could tell you. Right? I've got two different types of Schanz pin with me. The one I showed you is this one, and the second one is this. Right? So, anybody can volunteer to tell the differences between the two? इसके थ्रेड मोटे हैं, है ना? ओके, अब हम स्क्रूज की 2-3 प्रॉपर्टीज के बारे में बात करेंगे बिफोर वी मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्टेप. Who said lag screw? Did somebody say lag screw? I heard it. No, अभी नहीं आएंगे उस पर भी. This is not a lag screw. When we talk about screws, तो उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज में हम 2-3 चीज़ें इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्कस करेंगे. वन इज कोर डायमीटर, CORE, कोर डायमीटर. कोर डायमीटर रेफर्स टू द डायमीटर ऑफ द स्क्रू इफ द थ्रेड्स आर रिमूव्ड. इसमें से थ्रेड्स हटा दो, जो अंदर का सिंपल सिलेंड्रिकल स्ट्रक्चर बचा उसका जो डायमीटर है दैट इज कोर डायमीटर. राइट? एंड नेक्स्ट इज थ्रेड डायमीटर. So no points for guessing. Thread diameter is the diameter of the threads, right? And there is something called distance between two threads. It is known as pitch, P-I-T-C-H. Core diameter, thread or outer diameter, and pitch. That is the distance between two threads. That is equal to the distance the screw moves forward when you give one complete 360 degrees rotation to it. Right? So now we know what is the core diameter, what is outer diameter, what is pitch, right? Can anybody tell what's the difference between a cortical and cancellous bone? Nobody can tell? Very strange. Have you ever seen a long bone? फोटो में, असली में, एनाटमी में दिखी होगी ना. तो जो डायफाइजियल पार्ट, शाफ्ट पार्ट, से फीमर फॉर एग्जांपल, द बोन देयर इज डेंस, इट्स कॉल्ड कॉर्टिकल बोन. एंड एट द मेटाफाइजियल रीजन द बोन इज स्पंज लाइक, इट इज कैंसलस बोन. सो विच इज स्ट्रॉन्गर? कॉर्टिकल बोन. सो which bone needs more surface area for the screw or Schanz pin to hold firmly? The one which is stronger or the one which is weaker? The one which is weaker. So ये जो बड़े threads वाला है, it is a cancellous Schanz pin used for pin insertion into cancellous bones, and the other one is a cortical pin, cortical Schanz pin, right? because in cancellous bones or metaphyseal bones, we need more surface area of these threads to be in contact with the bone so that it holds firmly. Otherwise खींचने से निकल जाएगा. So when we have talked of components of external fixator, we have talked of Schwann pins. The other components are a tubular rod, I think I unfortunately don't have it. This is a tubular rod, nothing, a stainless steel tube, empty, right? Tubular rod, and the other thing is a clamp. So this clamp has one space for the tubular rod to pass through, right? And we tighten it up with this nut. And the other one is, the smaller hole is for Schwann pin. It passes through it, इसके through निकाल के, then we tighten up with this nut, right? The Schwann pin has hole in the bone, so we attach Schwann pin across the flexure side, one or two to one side of the flexure and two pins to the other side of the flexure, and then we connect them with these tubes and clamps. So that is called external fixation, because the the structure lies outside the skin, right? When we use plates or nails, we are inside the skin, so we call it internal fixation. And external fixators are used for which type of fractures? Closed or open? Or open fractures. Right? So components of external fixator. This is a universal clamp, tubular rod, Schwann pin. That's enough for MBBS level. There are many other components which we need not know. Fine, any doubts with this? Any doubts with the concept of what's a cancellous screw or a cortical screw? We have done with the K-wires, Steinmann pin, Schwann pin, right? We have done Steinmann pin as well. Next is something similar again to both these. So that's a pin which is again sharp at one end, triangular cross section at the other end, and threads in the center. Can anybody wonder why these threads are in the center? In general, what is the purpose of threads? To engage into the bone. So this is a calcaneal pin, also known as Dunham's pin, D-U-N-H-A-M, Dunham's pin, which is used for skeletal traction through calcaneum. Calcaneum is a cancellous bone. So these are cancellous threads. If we put a Steinmann pin into calcaneum, it can easily इधर से निकाल के उधर से smooth surface, so निकल जाता है उधर से through a cancellous bone, right? And why is it not sharp from this end? Why only from the other end? Why is it triangular in cross section? Why? For the drill machine to hold it. गोल के ऊपर पकड़ेगा तो इसी के ऊपर घूम जाएगी ना ड्रिल. No rocket science. If anybody of you have used a drill bit at home to drill a hole into the wall, you can think of that. Any doubt till there? और इन instruments के related क्या theory पढ़नी है? This you know now. Anybody has any doubt? We are not discussing theory. If anybody wants, we can. Next we'll go to screws. Okay. Okay, I put two screws here and they're not willing to stay. Okay. Can anybody make out difference between the threads of these two? I mean, in terms of cancellous or cortical. The one which is partially threaded is cancellous. The other one is cortical. So this is a cortical screw. Identification and parts. Parts are, number one is head on the top, which has a hole for engagement of screwdriver, right? Then head has an undersurface as well, which is spherical, and then the body or the shaft of the screw, which has threads, and other part is the tip of the screw. Show you two tips, two different tips. Difference है कुछ? I'll come to that. Just see it. So parts of the screw are head, undersurface, body, also known as shaft, and tip, and the threads. So based on the type of threads, the screw can be cortical or cancellous. This is a cortical screw. What is the principle of a screw? Principle लिख लो. Torque or rotational force given at the head of the screw leads to forward propulsion of the screw. ऐसे ही होता है ना, पेचकस से घुमाते हैं तभी आगे जाते हैं. Just have to say it like that. Torque or rotation applied at the head of the screw leads to forward propulsion of the screw. That's the principle. Uses for fixation of fractures. We're talking of orthopedics only. For fixation of the fractures alone or in conjugation with plates. More commonly, we use it along with plates. स्क्रू में हमने आइडेंटिफिकेशन कर ली, यूज प्रिंसिपल कर लिया, यूजेस कर लिए, एंड हाउ टू डिस्क्राइब अ स्क्रू इन द एग्जाम. Number one, whether this is a fully threaded or partially threaded screw. Fully or partially? Fully threaded. Is it a cortical or a cancellous screw? Is it a solid screw or does it have a hole? Cannulated. This is solid. So this is a fully threaded cortical solid screw. चलो अब कोई इसको डिस्क्राइब करो. This is a partially threaded cancellous. Is it? Is it solid? Do you think it is solid? No, this is cannulated. Don't say hollow. This is cannulated. So this is a partially threaded cannulated cancellous screw. This is how you describe a screw in the exam, right? इसको डिस्क्राइब करो. Partially or fully? Cancellous or cortical? Cannulated or solid? Solid. This is solid, yeah. Camera is quite good, I guess. Right? So इन दोनों में यही डिफरेंस है. एक cannulated है, एक solid है. Now when we talk of partially threaded screws, why are these partially threaded coming to the lag screw guy? Who was the lag screw guy? Somebody said lag screw. Okay, so this is a lag screw. That was a Shan's pin. When we talk of this, what is lag effect? What is lag effect? Can anybody say? Okay, I'll say. Lag effect is compression achieved at fracture site by use of partially threaded screws is known as lag effect. Suppose this is a wooden block, right? And we break it down here, right? And we create a gap. This is a gap. So we drill a hole and we start putting in the screw. ठीक है जी, ये जाएगा जाएगा जाएगा. Once it crosses this defect, or in practical terms the fracture, then it engages the other side of the defect, right? We'll keep moving it on, and at some point of time this undersurface of the head will come in contact with this surface, so the screw cannot move further in, right? इस वाले फ्रेगमेंट के अंदर स्क्रू नहीं जाएगा, राइट? और सो ये वाला अंदर जाएगा, this fragment, this part of the screw will keep moving, so it will bring this fragment in compression with this fragment. That is the lag effect, right? Anything difficult? नहीं होगा. You can try it at home, right? Fine? Fine? Not fine. आप इसको drill hole करने के बाद you keep moving the screw in. Once this crosses this defect, this gap, it will keep moving till this head is stuck up against this piece, right? अब इसके अंदर नहीं घुसेगा ना, क्योंकि होल छोटा है. नो रिस्पॉन्स, है ना? सो वी कीप रोटेटिंग इट, बट यहाँ पे तो ये मूव कर रहा है, यहाँ पे पॉसिबिलिटी है इसके पास या इसको खींचने की. विल जस्ट पुल इट अप, राइट? दैट इज कॉल्ड अ लैग इफेक्ट. Now two different special kind of screws. Okay, amongst cortical and cancellous screws, which has greater pitch? Cancellous. Which has greater thread diameter? Cancellous. What is the purpose of a greater thread diameter? More surface area of contact, right? Okay, now this is a different kind of screw. Can anybody see something special about this screw? Okay, screw के जो 3-4 पॉइंट है उनके बारे में बोलो. Something about core diameter? Something about core diameter? It is more, isn't it? Something about thread diameter? Threads छोटे हैं कि thread diameter is lesser, right? And something specific about the head? Is it more clear? Okay. Something more clear about the head? It has threads. The head has very fine threads. This camera doesn't focus. This head has threads. I'm trying always, but it looks smooth in the image. It isn't actually. Everybody just say it in a second and circulate it, please. The undersurface of the head of these screws is not smooth or spherical, it is having threads. This screw is called a locked screw or a locking screw. Identification is higher core diameter, lesser outer diameter, and most importantly threads on the undersurface of head. These threads are matching with the threads of the plate so that this screw gets locked into the plate when we apply it to a fracture site, right? When we come to plate, we will discuss it in detail. So this is a locked screw. It has to be studied essentially in conjunction with a locked plate. इसका अकेले का कोई यूज नहीं है. It's only to be used along with the locking plate. देख लिया सबने? आगे बढ़ो. Shall I move ahead? Now, again another kind of screw. Okay. I'm putting a cortical screw along with this so that you can differentiate. So about this screw, it has a very thick core diameter. When a screw has more thick or greater core diameter, it means the screw has more resistance against bending stress. जो पतली डंडी होगी उसको इजीली मोड़ लोगे ना, है ना? So this is a interlocking bolt. It's an interlocking bolt. इसका भी अकेले का कोई यूज नहीं है. It is used in conjunction with interlocking nails for intramedullary fixation of long bones, fractures of long bones. This is an interlocking bolt. I hope everybody knows कि फीमर का शाफ्ट का फ्रैक्चर होता है तो उसमें नेल डालते हैं. This is a femur nail and it has holes. These holes are for these to pass. Right? Suppose everybody can see. Suppose this is a fracture site and this is an entire femur. This is one bone, this is this one. Okay, that's the complete bone. And we suppose this darkened area is the fracture site. Are you listening? Yes. Okay. So we have put a tube inside a tube. So will it be rotationally stable or the tube can rotate inside the tube? Now what if we put this screw or interlocking bolt through this? It is engaging this cortex of the bone through the nail and into the other cortex. Now can this rotate inside the bone? So it has got interlocked. So that's the concept of an interlocked nail. Right? It's a bit correlated. We'll come to nails after all, just for understanding of what an interlocking bolt is. So now we know what is a cortical screw, what is a cancellous screw, what is a fully threaded screw, what is a partially threaded screw, and why they are called lag screws. And we have seen identification only of locking screws. Right? Now we'll be coming to plates. Let's start with the simplest plate first. This is a DCP. I hope everybody knows the full form. It's called a dynamic compression plate. Can anybody tell these holes are circular or oval? These are oval holes. Identification is plate with holes, right? And the holes are oval in shape, right? And the holes do not have any threads inside. So this is a DCP. the under surface is uniform. If you see a side on view, it is entirely smooth, ऊपर से भी नीचे से भी straight line, right? Thanks. So why is it called a dynamic compression plate? Principle, write it down, theoretical thing first, जो एग्जाम में बोलना है. Eccentric, ECCENTRIC, eccentric screw placement in the oval hole away from the fracture site leads to compression at the fracture site. This is the principle of a DCP. It takes a couple of months or more of an orthopedic residency to understand this thing. I'll try to make it simple for you. अब इसी पिक्चर में हम मान रहे हैं कि यही सेम, दिस इज अ फ्रैक्चर, ठीक है? हाँ जी, बी विद मी यार प्लीज. दिस इज अ फ्रैक्चर, ये हमने रिड्यूस कर लिया. फ्रैक्चर में अभी गैप है, राइट? दिस डार्कन्ड एरिया इज अ गैप अक्रॉस द फ्रैक्चर साइड. एंड कहाँ रहते यार? I thought you were leaving. ठीक है, so we put this one screw, make the bone thinner. This is a thick bone for this plate. Okay. सो प्लेट के सरफेस के ऊपर हमने, सॉरी बोन के सरफेस के ऊपर हमने प्लेट को रख दिया. देन वी फिक्स्ड इट द प्लेट विद अ स्क्रू टू दिस फ्रैगमेंट एंड टाइटेंड दिस स्क्रू, राइट? सो दिस फ्रैक्चर फ्रैगमेंट, दिस प्लेट एंटायर एंड दिस स्क्रू, आफ्टर टाइटनिंग ऑफ द स्क्रू विल बी वन यूनिट. देयर विल बी नो मोशन इन बिटवीन दीज थ्री थिंग्स, राइट? थोड़ी सी इमेजिनेशन साथ में करनी पड़ेगी, राइट? दिस प्लेट, दिस स्क्रू एंड दिस फ्रैक्चर्ड एंड दिस पार्ट ऑफ द बोन इज नाउ one piece. Now if I put the screw in the center of the hole, it simply sets in, right? If I put it eccentric, okay, if I put it eccentric, see, this is away from the center, right? Away from the center or center? ठीक है. अब इसको जब मैं टाइट करूंगा तो आप देखेंगे कि स्क्रू हेड क्या करेगा. इट इटसेल्फ मूव्स इन द सेंटर ऑफ द होल. ठीक है, कर रहे? इज इट? आता है सेंटर में? 1-2-3 मिलीमीटर, ज़्यादा नहीं आएगा, इतना ही है, राइट? I tighten it up and it comes to the center. See, I'm doing it again and again. It moves to the center. It skids to the center. इसीलिए अंडर सरफेस स्फेरिकल है. This is a purpose for everything, right? It skids in. किसी को लग रहा है कि नहीं skid कर रहा? Everybody is convinced it is skidding into the center, right? Now, अब ये हमने फिक्स कर दिया था. एंड नाउ वी स्टार्ट पुटिंग स्क्रू हेयर, राइट? एक्सेंट्रिक एंड टुवर्ड्स द फ्रैक्चर और अवे फ्रॉम द फ्रैक्चर. ओके, दिस इज टुवर्ड्स द फ्रैक्चर, दिस इज अवे फ्रॉम द फ्रैक्चर. वी पुट इट इन. पहले बोन का एक कॉर्टेक्स एंगेज हुआ, फिर बोन का दूसरा कॉर्टेक्स एंगेज हो गया, लेकिन अभी जो हेड है वो एंगेज नहीं हुआ, राइट? फाइन. हेड अभी फ्री है, प्लेट के साथ चिपका नहीं है, ठीक है? नाउ हेड चिपक गया बट टाइट नहीं किया. एट दिस स्टेज दिस स्क्रू एंड दिस फ्रैक्चर्ड फ्रैगमेंट इज वन थिंग. देयर इज नो मोशन बिटवीन दीज टू, बट सम मोशन कैन अकर बिटवीन द स्क्रू एंड द प्लेट. सो जब इसको फुली टाइट करेंगे तो ये स्क्रू सेंटर में खिसकेगा. अब स्क्रू के साथ क्या मूव करेगा? दिस फ्रैक्चर्ड एंड. ठीक है, एंड दिस फ्रैक्चर एंड इज गोइंग टू मूव अवे और टुवर्ड्स द फ्रैक्चर साइड. So that is going to bring what at the fracture side? Compression. We'll always talk in ortho compression at the fracture side. That is required to achieve fracture union, right? So that is the principle of a dynamic compression plate. I hope our first year residents know that. We have two of our first year PGs here. Sandeep, you all know. Rohil is not from this institute. And they are one of the most hardworking guys in our department. Sandeep is hardworking, everybody knows, I guess. He's your senior. ठीक है, clear है? It took me 1 year of my post graduation to understand this. This is how I understood this, so I conveyed further. है ना? हिंदी में समझ आ जाता है easily the concept है. और एग्जाम में बोलने के लिए मैंने बता दिया आपको क्या लिखना है, right? Both ways. Fine? Any doubt? Not leaving? Thank you. अब उससे मिलती जुलती एक प्लेट है. ऐसे देखेंगे तो बिल्कुल DCP है, ऐसे देखेंगे तो कुछ गड़बड़ है. Something different? The undersurface of the plate has some humps. नहीं है ना? नो. जब हम DCP को बोन के ऊपर चिपकाते हैं तो उसके नीचे की जो बोन है पूरी कंप्रेस प्लेट के नीचे दब जाती है along with the periosteum, and periosteum is important for bones blood supply. So to limit the damage to this periosteal blood supply, the undersurface was reduced. Surface area reduce हो गया. Now you can see जितना पेरियोस्टियम वो दबा रही थी उससे आधा दबा रही है, सो दैट द ब्लड सप्लाई टू द बोन इज नॉट जियोपार्डाइज्ड, नॉट कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड. सो दिस इज एन LCDCP, लिमिटेड कॉन्टैक्ट, ऑल्सो नोन एज लो कॉन्टैक्ट डायनेमिक कंप्रेशन प्लेट. द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डायनेमिक कंप्रेशन रिमेन्स सेम, राइट? द ओनली added advantage is that it has a lower surface area of contact so that the periosteum damage is minimal. Now coming to the next plate, this is something special about the holes. These are combi holes, hybrid holes, 8 shaped holes. Something more special about the holes is that half of the hole has smooth surface and the other half has threaded surface, which again I can't show. I'll circulate it. I only have one. Okay, now. So I'll just tell you, this part of the hole is smooth and this part of the hole is threaded. Now I've already told you why it is threaded, so that it matches with the threads of the screw head. Once we tighten it, the screw gets locked into the plate. These are removed implants, it's not getting. This one. Okay. So I've locked this screw into the plate. अब ये स्क्रू का प्लेट के साथ कोई रिलेटिव मोशन नहीं है बिकॉज द हेड इज लॉक्ड इनटू द प्लेट. व्हेन वी यूज कॉर्टिकल स्क्रूज तो वो थ्रेड एंगेज नहीं होता है उसका प्लेट में. सो 30 डिग्री का दोनों तरफ मोशन हो सकता है, 30 डिग्री टुवर्ड दिस साइड एंड 30 डिग्री टुवर्ड्स दिस साइड, राइट? But this locking screw will only enter perpendicular to the plate and it will get fixed into the plate. So why do we need a locking plate and locking screws? Which means uses. Number one, fixation of osteoporotic fractures. Because osteoporotic bones, elderly people have weaker bones. No matter how good threads you make, their hold inside the bone will be poor. So we need a plate and screw construct which is very rigid. So it will be very rigid when the screws are locked into the plate. So for fixation of osteoporotic fractures, this is number one. Number two uses as a bridge plate for fixation of comminuted fractures. What is a comminuted fractures? Multiple fracture fragments. अभी तक मैंने जो समझाया वो बड़ा अच्छा सा फ्रैक्चर था, दो पार्ट थे, उनको आपस में जोड़ना था. What if this entire thing is like this, multi-fragmented? You can't fix this. So you put in a plate, you put 2-3 lock screws here, 2-3 lock screws here. The fracture site is bridged. There's no screws across the fracture site, right? Or near the fracture site. So bridge plating and osteoporotic fractures, two uses of lock plates, and use of DCP and LC-DCP for fixation of diaphyseal fractures of long bones. Principle of DCP, ठीक है? बोल दोगे ना एग्जाम में? नहीं बोलेंगे? नहीं बोलेंगे? एक दो बच्चे बोलेंगे. So we're done with the external fixators, screws, plates. A plate में एक बड़ी अच्छी plate आ गई, which is one of the favorite of examiners, which I think everybody can identify. Aji, what is this? I expect everybody to identify. I think Dr. Sandeep will tell it for us. This is a DHS, dynamic hip screw. Dynamic hip screw. Principle लिख लो. Shearing forces, SHEARING, shearing. ये दो फोर्सेस है, मैं इसको ऊपर कर रहा हूँ, इसको नीचे दबा रहा हूँ. So this is which force? Compressive. And this is which force? Shearing force, right? So this device converts shearing forces across the fracture site into compressive forces. These days इसका use decline हो गया है because we have better things for fixation of fractures. But this is one of the best thing any orthopedic surgeons has ever produced for intertrochanteric fractures, and still जो हमारे professors की generation है, they are still fans of this and they still use this. So आपके examiners are going to be very keen on this. Okay, uses fixation of fracture of neck of femur as well as for fixation of intertrochanteric fractures of femur, right? यूज हो गया. प्रिंसिपल लिख लिया, ठीक है. प्रिंसिपल समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. ये कौन सी बोन बनाई है मैंने? काइंड ऑफ, this is a kind of femur, right? This is femoral head, this is neck, this is GT, greater trochanter, lesser trochanter, shaft. ठीक है. Intertrochanteric fracture is a fracture which extends in between the two trochanters. So that's an intertrochanteric fracture. Okay. Can anybody describe this screw? Partially threaded, cannulated, canceller screw. The other name of the screw is lag screw. ठीक है. So this is a DHS lag screw. It is a big screw. So what we do to achieve, अब with this fracture, if the patient bears weight, so weight के साथ ये shaft वाला fragment जाएगा ऊपर और ये जाएगा नीचे. So what kind of forces are these? Shearing forces. Now what we do is we put in a lag screw across this fracture, right? डल गया? नहीं डला? डल गया यार. And then this is a plate, DHS plate, जिसका बाकी का हिस्सा is similar to a DCP and it has a barrel. ठीक है, ये barrel जाती है इसके अंदर. This is not circular in diameter, if you can see. This is not perfectly circular. थोड़ा दो साइड से फ्लैट है, तो ये इसके अंदर घूम नहीं सकता. This cannot rotate inside this, right? It can only slide. This is why it is also known as a SHS, sliding hip screw, right? So हमने leg screw डाल दिया, उसके ऊपर हमने बैरल चढ़ा के प्लेट चढ़ा दी. ठीक है जी. और DCP है तो कौन से स्क्रू डलेंगे इसमें? कॉर्टिकल लॉकिंग स्क्रू डलेंगे? नहीं डलेंगे. ये हमने फिक्स कर दिया. चलो, जो प्लेट जो है अब वो इस शाफ्ट को फिक्स्ड है. This plate is fixed to the distal fragment, so there cannot be any motion between the plate and the shaft. Okay, and these threads are engaged to this head fragment, so there is no motion between these lag screw and the proximal fractured fragment, जो head and neck वाला fragment है, right? Now, if the patient puts weight, so there is some force going like this, right? So we'll try to put a force like this. ये fragment, ये दोनों एक चीज बन गए अब, right? ये नहीं हिलेंगे आपस में. The only motion that can occur is sliding of the screw, है ना? स्क्रू ऊपर फिक्स हो गया, प्लेट नीचे फिक्स हो गई, तो मोशन कहाँ पे आ सकता है? Only sliding between the lag screw and the barrel. So when we, जब हम इसके ऊपर ये फोर्स लगाएंगे, I am putting in an axial force, right? See, it slides, right? So this shearing force is getting converted into, हो रहा नहीं हो रहा? Convinced? Convinced? Rohil, are you convinced? This thing. Can anybody आके करके देखना चाहता है? He can. I usually do it. Nobody? Okay, good enough. I usually ask one or two people to try it. करो. रोहिल तो ही कर ले यार. आजा. Hold this screw with one hand and put axial force to this plate. It slides. Right? That is the principle of DHS. Uses दो यूज बताए हैं. ठीक है. Only one implant is left, rather 3 implants are left. हाँ जी. What is this implant? महेश्वरी खोल के देख सकते हैं सभी. ऑस्टिन मोर की थॉमसन है. ओके, अब बताओ. एंड विच ये होल वाला कौन सा है? विच वन इज ऑस्टिन मोर, विच वन इज थॉमसन? द वन विदाउट होल्स इज महेश्वरी. खुली पड़ी है नहीं किसी के पास. इज अ थॉमसन. ओके, ग्रेट. And the one with the holes is an Austin Moore implant. Initially, it was Thompson prosthesis which was introduced, so that in case of elderly people who have fractured neck femur, have very high chances that the fracture will not unite, and even the head can become avascular and dead. So, in elderly people, what we usually do for fractured neck femur is replace it. So we excise this thing, and we put this prosthesis into the femoral shaft, and this head remains outside and acts as a substitute to the femoral head. And femoral head articulates with what? Acetabulum. So जो motion है वो किस किस के बीच में हो रहा है? The prosthesis head and the acetabulum. How many planes of motion? One. एक ही plane of motion हुआ ना? So it's a unipolar hip prosthesis. Then Austin Moore said that इसको स्टेबल करेंगे तो उन्होंने छेद बना दिए बीच में, इसके बीच में कैंसलस बोन ग्रो करती है तो ये रोटेटरी स्टेबिलिटी बेटर आ जाती है, राइट? और दिस होल इज फॉर इम्प्लांट रिमूवल, इसमें हुक डाल के इसको हम बाहर निकाल सकते हैं, राइट? बोथ ऑफ दीज आर यूनिपोलर इम्प्लांट्स, यूनिपोलर हिप प्रोस्थेसिस. Now something similar to them, but here it has its own smaller head and a larger head, and there's a motion between these two. So this is one plane of motion, this one, and second plane of motion will be between this head and the acetabulum. So since there are two planes of motion, this is a bipolar hip prosthesis. Advantage of bipolar hip prosthesis: better range of motion. Right? And how do we fix it inside the femur? ऐसे ही थोड़ा डाल देंगे. We put in a cement first, bone cement. Bone cement डालते हैं यहाँ तक और फिर सीमेंट के अंदर इसको डालते हैं, right? So that it stabilizes when the cement sets. सीमेंट को हम लिक्विड स्टेट में डालते हैं, फिर ये डाल देते हैं, जब सीमेंट सख्त हो जाता है तो इसके अंदर फिक्स हो जाती है, राइट? नोबडी सेज यस. इसका वाइवा किस पे जाएगा? फ्रैक्चर नेक फीमर पे. ओनली वन थिंग, वी आर लेफ्ट विद नेल्स. Nail. Okay. Identification of this nail. इसका क्रॉस सेक्शन कैसा है? क्लॉवर लीफ शेप्ड, 3 पत्ती वाला. सी दिख रहा है? हेड ऑन देखेंगे तो इट्स क्लॉवर लीफ शेप्ड, ऐसा. सॉरी, और यहां से ओपन है, ठीक है? ऐसा क्रॉस सेक्शन है इसका, ठीक है? एंड इट्स नॉट अ कंप्लीटली एनक्लोज्ड सिलेंडर, एक साइड से खुला है, एक पूरा. कैन यू सी दैट? देख रहे हो? ओके. And it has eyes at both the ends, right? This is a K nail, also known as Kuncher's nail, Kuntchecher, Kuncher's nail, Kuncher nail, whatever you call it, all acceptable. So this uses intramedullary fixation of diaphyseal fractures of long bones. डायफाइजल मीन्स शाफ्ट के फ्रैक्चर्स में, एंड प्रिंसिपल इज 3-point फिक्सेशन. 3-point fixation. What is a 3-point fixation? Any long bone, for example femur, is it a straight tube or a curved tube? It's a curved tube, and this nail is a straight nail. तो एक कर्व्ड ट्यूब के अंदर आप एक स्ट्रेट ट्यूब डालोगे तो उसको 3 पॉइंट्स पे तो टच करेगी? नहीं करेगी. कैन आई गेट वन मोर पेज? ये ना, सपोज दिस इज फीमर, ठीक है. सपोज दिस इज फीमर, इफ यू आर वाचिंग, ये फ्रैक्चर साइट है. कर्व ट्यूब के अंदर आप स्ट्रेट ट्यूब डालोगे, एक ऊपर टिकेगी, एक नीचे टिकेगी, एक फ्रैक्चर साइट पे टिकेगी. हो गए 3 पॉइंट्स. तो दिस इज 3 पॉइंट फिक्सेशन. यूजुअली सब बच्चे बोलते हैं 3 पॉइंट फिक्सेशन, नोबडी नोज व्हाट इज अ 3 पॉइंट फिक्सेशन. ठीक है. आउटडेटेड इम्प्लांट kept only for examination purposes. What is not outdated and still used in plenty is interlocking nail. So this is a tubular device which is a complete tube and it has two holes up, 2 holes down, and it is solid or cannulated. इट इज़ कैन्युलेटेड. पहले बोन में हम पतली एक फ्लेक्सिबल गाइड वायर डालते हैं, उसके ऊपर फिर इसको चढ़ाते हैं. राइट. यूज फॉर अगेन सेम यूज एज के नेल, बट के नेल डज नॉट प्रोवाइड रोटेटरी स्टेबिलिटी. सो इंटरलॉक नेल प्रोवाइड्स रोटेटरी स्टेबिलिटी. राइट. फ्रैक्चर पे क्या क्या हो सकता है, कैसे कैसे हिल सकता है फ्रैक्चर. एक तो ऐसे डिस्प्लेस हो सकता है, lateral to medial or anterior to posterior. One is displacement, second is angulation, third is rotation. यही हो सकती है ना डिस्प्लेसमेंट फ्रैक्चर की. कैसे कैसे हिल सकता है फ्रैक्चर, या तो डिस्प्लेस हो जाएगा, एंगुलेट हो जाएगा, रोटेट हो जाएगा. ठीक है ना. तो केनेल जो है वो उसको डिस्प्लेसमेंट से बचा लेगी, एंगुलेशन से बचा लेगी, बट रोटेशन से इफेक्टिवली नहीं बचाती. सो फॉर दैट दीज नेल्स आर इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. दीज आर इंटरलॉकिंग नेल्स. So additional benefit is rotational stability. And how is rotational stability possible? We have already seen, right? With interlock bolts. Another advantage is that these nails are anatomical nails. This is not a straight thing, it's a curved. It's as curved as femur. Curved है, दिख रहा है ना, curved है. Won't be a C. Femur is not a C. It is just a very gentle curve. It's curved. Okay? These are anatomical in shape. This was a universal femur interlock nail, and this one is a tibia interlock nail. Again, 2 holes here, 2 or 3 holes here for interlocking. ठीक है. there is a bend. this is the upper end, broad one. ठीक है. it has a bend. this is known as bend of Herzog, Herzog. so this is an interlocking tibial nail. K nail, femur nail, tibial nail. यही तीन रखते हैं एग्जाम में, और कोई नहीं रखेंगे. that's all for the implants. किसी इम्प्लांट के प्रिंसिपल में कोई डाउट, यूजेस में कोई डाउट, और उसके रिलेटेड क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं, उसमें कोई डाउट? नो डाउट्स. इट्स अ ब्रिलियंट बैच. विल सी इन द एग्जाम्स. I only have a few instruments. एक महेश्वरी है किसी के पास? Anybody has a machine? Somebody believes in books. Okay, this instrument is a, I only have 2-3 instruments, बाकी मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. इसमें बहुत लिमिटेड इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स हैं एक्चुअली, और आपको वही 2-3 हमने पूछने होते हैं एग्जाम में. ओके, दिस इज अ बोन निबलर. Is it given? Yeah. This one here on the top, annexure 3, double action mechanism, bone nibbler, also known as bone ronger, ROUNGER, right? This is a bone nibbler. Nibble करना मतलब कौन निबल करता होता है? Which animal nibbles? Rats nibble. So this nibbles the bones. Sometimes the fractures might have a sharp end which we might want to cut off. So हम इससे nibble कर सकते हैं. When you are dealing with a non-union site, then the ends of those fracture non-union. You know what is a non-union? When a fracture does not unite, it's called a non-union. So in that cases, the fracture ends are not conducive to union. So हम उनको ends को काट देते हैं so that we have fresh bleeding margins, right? So उन ends को nibble करने के लिए हम nibbler use कर सकते हैं. These are the uses. Another instrument I have is a osteotome. It's an osteotome. Okay. It has a sharp edge and is used to cut the bones. It is used for taking bone graft from iliac crest. It is used for doing osteotomies. Sometimes we need to cut the bone ourselves. Suppose somebody has a deformed bone, we want to correct it, we have to cut it. So we use this osteotome. This is an osteotome. And this one is a bone holding forceps. This is an AO type. We call it AO type. This is a bone holding forceps to hold the fractured fragments for reduction, right? Demonstration के लिए हमने जो fracture देखे वो it was beautifully reduced courtesy this instrument, जिससे हम bones को दोनों end से पकड़ के एक दूसरे के पास ले आते हैं, right? For reduction of fracture. So एक periosteum elevator is important. I do not have one, couldn't arrange one, but it will be similar to this. Okay. On the top left, it's a periosteum elevator. For subperiosteal dissection, sometimes we need to go underneath the periosteum, so we elevate it. Periosteum पे knife से cut लगा के with a scalpel, और उस कट से आप पेरियोस्टियम को बोन से उतार देते हो. You strip it off. To strip off the periosteum off the bone in case of need of subperiosteal dissection. And what's written here? Okay, what you can read here is when it is not used. Okay, osteochondroma. जब osteochondroma पता है ना क्या होता है? What is an osteochondroma? उसका यही रूल है कि जब उसको एक्सरसाइज करने पेरियोस्टियम के साथ करना है, else there is almost a guarantee that it will reoccur. So periosteum elevator, bone lever, osteotome, bone nibbler, and bone holding forceps. Bone holding ऐसे ही रखेंगे जैसा मैंने दिखाया. AO type बोलते हैं इसको. यहाँ पे 3rd नंबर पिक्चर है आपके को. बस इनके अलावा I don't think we are going to put any instrument. Maybe a curette, bone curette. उनमें एक लाइन पढ़नी होती है बस. What do you mean by curette? What is the literal meaning of curette? How to? Verb, VERB, verb. To curette something. हिंदी में anybody? कुरेदना, खुरचना, right? दिस इज अ बोन क्यूरेट, ठीक है, चम्मच जैसा होता है, हॉलो, शार्प एजेस होते हैं। सो एनी बिनाइन बोन ट्यूमर जो बोन के अंदर कैविटी बना रहा है, उस कैविटी के अंदर के सरफेस को हमने अगर खुरचना है, कुरेद के निकालना है, वी यूज अ बोन क्यूरेट। When we, as far as fractures are concerned, तो fracture site पे there is not only bone inside the skin, there are muscles and other soft tissues as well. To remove those soft tissues from the fracture, and we use curette, right? So just one or two examples of the uses. एक एक लाइन दी हुई है, इतने आपसे पूछा जाएगा, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं पूछेंगे एग्जाम में। I think we're almost done with this. जितना मैंने एक एक लाइन जो लिखाई है ना प्रिंसिपल की, इफ यू से दैट इज अ गारंटी टू पास, एनीथिंग बियॉन्ड यू से दैट इज फॉर एडिशनल मेरिट। ओके, थैंक यू।